Go.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Monster Key. And I'm here with
Shit Giga Monster.
the monster of shit giggles. Okay, so today we'll tell you guys about a story that happened about 6 months back.
Was it really that long ago?
It was.
Damn.
So, shit giggle here decided that we should go kayaking. So, yeah, cool. I mean, I don't know how to swim, but yeah, whatever.
The whole time this fool was telling me he don't know how to swim. He don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. And I'm like, it's okay, dude. You're gonna wear a life vest and shit. And so he wore a life vest.
Cheers.
Salute.
So, so the guy gave me the vest, and I made sure that, you know, there was no holes in it and it worked properly. So, I was going to take...
And I started panicking, too. Remember the boat started filling with water?
So, his boat started filling with water. But right before we got even in the water, I decided, the last second, I was like, I better give this guy my phone to hold. And, well, I'll tell you what, man. That was the best decision I could have made that day. So go ahead and tell him what happened.
So we got about 100 feet or so off of the where we started, the shore.
Yeah.
And we were relatively close. We were like maybe 20 feet away from a dock. We were actually in a Marina del Rey. We were next to a whole bunch of boats and shit. So we were about 100 feet off the shore and whatnot. And this fool started panicking, and then he ended up tipping over his boat and shit, and he fell out. His fucking kayak. And he fell out, and he started panicking so much. And he's like, I'm gonna drown. But the whole time this fool is not gonna drown because he's wearing a life vest. Did I even have mine on anymore?
You never even put yours on.
Okay, so I never even put mine on, and I'm just chilling on my kayak trying to help him. And the whole time he's floating in the water talking about, I'm drowning. So it took like 30 minutes or so to get him back inside his kayak. I ended up pushing both him and his kayak like 20 feet away towards a boat dock. Actually, wasn't it the back of a boat?
Yeah.
It was the back of a boat, so I'm sorry to whoever's boat that was, because we may have broken it a little bit. But yeah, overall, it was a fun day.
Yeah, the only thing is, too, that is bad that happened there, too, is that I had a pack of cigarettes in my pocket. Inside the pack of cigarettes, I had about $120.
Oh, shit, I forgot about the money. I thought it was just the cigarettes.
And until I got back in the kayak, I was so panicked, I forgot about the cigarettes, I forgot about the money. I go to reach in my pocket because the corner of the cigarette's jabbing my thigh. And I pull out the pack of cigarettes and I'm like,
I thought they was like falling in the water.
Nah, they were in my pocket. And so I look at the cigarettes and I'm like, well, these are running. And I go to, like I'm going back, like I'm finna throw them in the water, and I'm like, I just see the money barely sticking out. I'm like, oh shit. I almost threw $120 away, and that was like all the money we had for the day. So we wound up going out pretty far. He wanted to go to the rock ledge, which was like fucking a good 300 yards away.
Nah, it was like a mile or so.
Nah.
Maybe
Well, you know, meet in the middle somewhere.
2/3 of a mile.
But I convinced him to go back to the shore because we were already over. We were an hour over a time already.
On the way back, I started panicking. Like, I kept my shit together. I kept my cool. But on the inside, I was probably panicking more than he was when he thought he was drowning. Because so there's a hole in the kayak that lets water in and out to keep the buoyancy, whatever. I don't know how that shit works exactly. But yeah, so my boat started filling up with water and shit. And I felt like it was filling up with more water than it should have been, and I started panicking. And like, dude, I had to stop for like a few times for like a minute or two, like because I was just panicking so bad, like it was bad.
He was getting ready to scoop the water out with his beer can.
Dude, I was. Was that really?
No. But
I was panicking, man, and fucking that shit was just crazy.
So, another terrible thing that almost happened. Right when we get about, I say about 20 yards from the shore, there's just a shitload of fucking people doing a kayak race.
Oh yeah, and we almost got ran over a bunch of times.
Dude,
How do you get ran over in the ocean?
Well, I don't know. Ask those people that the Queen Mary hit.
The Queen Mary?
Yeah, you know the Queen Mary hit a boat and split it in half. It hit a boat full of like sailors and shit, and that's supposedly why it's haunted. But like 350 people died that day.
That
But
sucks.
that's why it's dark over there.
One day we're gonna do a video of us on the Queen Mary. Don't know when, don't know how long from now, but one day.
I'm gonna enjoy going back to the Queen Mary.
We gotta go to Long Beach. Couldn't we do it right now?
We don't have enough money.
How much is it to go on the Queen Mary?
It's like $50 a person, but right now,
Really?
yeah, but right now it's gonna be more expensive because they're gonna be starting the
The
scary.
Halloween shit?
Yeah, I think it's called Scary Mary or some
Scary
shit like
Mary.
that. That's what I would call it.
Scary Mary.
You know, like Bloody Mary, Scary Mary. Hey, it goes together. They call it something else.
It works.
But that's what I would call it, Scary Mary. But yeah, so we're gonna let this video draw to a close. But if you like our talks, like, subscribe, comment. Don't matter where you're from, we accept everybody.
Let us know what you want us to do. We'll do almost anything.
And if you have like an interesting story, you can leave it down in the comments. We read all the comments. And yeah, just subscribe and we'll be at you with more, more good stories. I mean, because we got a ton of them, bro.
We got stories for days.
And they're not even gonna stop. Today's gonna be a new story. Tomorrow's gonna be a new story.
Every story begins with a party time, even though it looks backwards. Wait, does it?
It's like
Can they see it right side forward or?
yeah. It's because you're looking at the screen.
Whatever. Deuces.